Welcome to Tips on Teens. My name is Kent Toussaint, licensed marriage and family therapist, specializing in helping kids, teens, and families live happier lives. Let's jump right into today's parent-submitted question. Recently, I heard through one of my mom friends that someone at my son's high school died by suicide a couple weeks after summer break started. I don't think my son knows the person, but I have a feeling he will find out about it sooner or later. He will. I want to talk to him about it, but I'm really uncomfortable. I don't want to give him any ideas either. How should I approach this? Thank you for your question. This is a really important topic. Before we jump into the answer, just want to remind you that if you or someone you love could use the support of a therapist specializing in families, kids, and teens, please contact us at Teen Therapy Center. Our contact info is in the caption below. We also have a nonprofit called Child and Teen Counseling, which is a training site for therapists who are in their grad school program. We have lower fees, so we have therapists for all budgets. Anyways, let's jump in today's question. First, you want to be proactive. You want to talk to him directly about this. Don't worry about planting the idea. You're not going to do that. If he has the idea, you're not going to make it seem more palatable. And if he doesn't have the idea, it's not going to make it happen. For example, let's say you sit him down at the kitchen table or the living room couch, and you make sure he's already eaten, so he's not hungry. It's not when he just woke up. You scheduled it so he's not like tearing away from a video game. He's already upset about it. You find like that sweet spot where you can talk to him. Say, hey, I got some bad news. Turns out I found out from one of my friends that so-and-so died by suicide recently, one of your classmates. And he may jump right in the conversation. If he does, great. Handle it with respect and curiosity and patience and understanding. More likely, they're just going to go, uh-huh. And you say, did you know him? How are you feeling? I don't know. And that's okay too. Don't try to force him to feel anything or say anything. Just be there and be patient. And you can explain to him, I feel so bad for that family. And it would completely break my heart if I was in their shoes. So I want to ask you, and I just want to be respectful about this, but do you ever think about killing yourself or harming yourself? And if he says no, you could probably take him at his word. But if there's this long pause, or you just get the I don't know, maybe you want to explore that a little more. And if he doesn't want to talk to you, maybe there's a trusted family member or a religious leader, or maybe a therapist who specializes in teens who he could talk to about this. You want to be proactive about this because suicide usually happens in secret. It usually takes people by surprise. I mean, there are exceptions, obviously, but oftentimes it's by surprise, and because that kid felt so alone and misunderstood and no one understood, and partly because he didn't tell anyone. And that may be that he didn't feel he could feel safe with someone or whatever, but reach out to him. Now, if he's resistant to therapy, if you can get him in the door, usually the therapist can take care of the rest, because we're trained on working through that resistance and building that trust and building that connection. But suicide can be a very impulsive thing. So you want to make sure you're on top of this and make sure that whatever issues you have about death, if it's really anxiety-filled topic for you, make sure you're dealing with it as well in your own therapy, your own journaling, or however it is you come to terms with things. You can also talk about, hey, I understand how it feels, because most people have considered suicide. Most people haven't carried out the act or attempted. Most people have thought about, well, why am I here? Why should I keep going? That's a normal thought that many people have, and having that conversation with yourself or with a trusted adult is a really good conversation to have, because you find that there's a lot of things to live for. So I think these are really good conversations to have. Anyways, that's our question for today. Again, my name is Kent Toussaint with Teen Therapy Center and the nonprofit 501c3 organization, Child and Teen Counseling. Thank you for submitting your question. If you'd like me to answer your question here on Tips on Teens, email us at tipsonteens@teentherapycenter.com or direct message us right here on social media. We love your questions. Look forward to seeing you next week. Kent Toussaint. And, by the way, happy 4th of July, everyone. Go have a hot dog. Woo!